of peaches and cream, cherubic faces, dimples if possible, high voluptuous bosoms. That was a perfect description of Mary Boleyn. Still, 'twas not enough for our father. Nothing was. My appearance, in any case, was of no account, as I was already betrothed. The Butlers, a family in Ireland on my mother's side, all of our high family connections were on my mother's side, had been fighting for years over a great inheritance of property. My marriage to a son of that feuding clan, one James Butler, would, it was believed, settle the matter once and for all. The fortune would be directed where it properly belonged, in my father Thomas Boleyn's hands. Did I like my cousin James, my future husband? Did it matter? Had I a say in whom I should wed? No, no, no. I rarely thought on my future. Girls were routinely ripped from their families when they married. Sometimes, if distances were great, never to see them again. Letters might be written, gifts sent, but couriers were waylaid by bandits along the road. Ships sank. Hoped-for heirs were born dead, or worse, born girls. Over time, family ties with daughters unravelled like a thick rope whose cords, one by one, were severed, till hanging together by a single strand, finally snapped under the weight of years and disinterest. Even memories faded. The women might never have lived at all. As for that October journey to France, I stood waiting on the wind-swept beach unafraid. Mayhap that is too self-possessed a description of myself, but I was experienced, a veteran not only of the Channel crossing, but of life in a foreign court. The reason was that my father had the previous year sent me, at a most tender age, to live in the Low Countries. My dark eyes too large for my face, a skinny reed of a thing, I had taken up residence in the Habsburg city of Melun, in the Netherlands. I do admit to being scared the morning I was deposited in the red brick palace, very much alone, and at the mercy of my mistress, Archduchess Margaret of Burgundy. She was daughter to the Holy Roman Emperor, Maximilian. He was the patriarch of the Habsburg family, highest royalty in our world. Feared, respected, learned, intermarried with every dynasty on earth, and inconceivably rich. Maximilian, I'd heard, had astounded Europe's heads of state when he'd named a woman regents of the Netherlands. But Margaret shocked them further when she became the most powerful female on the continent. The court she presided over was the most exquisite ever. Father must have known that everyone who was anyone sent their children to this court for training. The greatest poets, scholars, architects, painters, sculptors, and musicians of the day gathered round Margaret like a honey-soaked queen of the hive. My first sight of her, though, was a bit of a shock, as she was an ugly creature by anyone's standards, even attired in the richest gown and adorned with diamonds and rubies at throat, wrist, and finger. But I was clean amazed by her first act, kneeling down and embracing me. She'd said something in French that at the time I could not understand, but I did remember the words. Once I'd learned the language, I discovered that they meant, "Look at you. You are gorgeous. A tiny dark jewel." The palace of Melun, 3 stories with many windows and pretty stone arches, was furnished in the grandest manner. As I was led up the stairs and into the nursery, the paintings and tapestries that adorned every wall, the music that filled every chamber dazzled my country senses. But for all the palace's grandeur, the true heart of the court was the rooms that housed the royal offspring.